Good morning to those of you on the live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you are catching the recording, welcome to day 4 of the 7 Days of Self-Devotion Challenge. I'm very, very excited for today's challenge. I mean, look, I'm fucking excited about every day, let's be real, but sorry, Eileen, swearing. But I'm especially excited about today because it is a beautiful inner journey that I'm sure every participant is going to gain a lot from. We'll do a quick little recap. I did just see a message in the group from Brittany who said, oh my God, I have been using my breath this entire time and didn't know. I'm just going to mute who's not muted, Melinda and Patricia. Ash is just coming in. So yesterday Ellen's coming in. Yesterday we spoke about the breath and the power of the breath and how the breath is our most potent medicine. It's something that is accessible to us at all times. It's something that is free. It's something that we can use in such diverse ways to relax us or to energize us, to receive or to release. And so I was really happy to hear of your experiences. Some of you said they felt so energized for the day. Others really enjoyed the relaxation component. Brittany had shared in the group that she had like a sudden realization that she'd been using her medicine. She'd been using her breath for her entire life. And she'd said something along the lines of her dad had always asked her why she was sighing, and she didn't know. And now that it has been, she's been reminded, now that her soul has remembered through this challenge, through the content of the challenge, she understands that she wasn't kind of sighing in a nonchalant way or sighing, to be a crazy little teenager or whatever. She was actually using that breath to release. And I'm sure that it would have been similar for some of you, that you've realized, wow, I actually do stop. Or in having your remembrance, because when we learn, we are remembering. Our souls actually already know all of this. We're just remembering in this human journey. And so I'm sure that a lot of you, if not all of you, yesterday would have started using that again, using your medicine again, using your breath again, using that ability to energize yourself and to relax yourself. I spoke about it on my stories as well and shared with my social media kind of communities, because it's something that we kind of people forget about, right? They forget about how powerful it is and how accessible it is and how easy we can actually energize ourselves. So we will now move on to day 4 content. Day 4's content is about a self-check-in. I've called it a sacred self-check-in because any work that you are doing when you are holding space for yourself, when you are pausing this outer world and going and traversing within, is sacred. It is a sacred space for you to create, to hold yourself, to meet yourself where you're at, right? So today, I wanted to share with you some benefits of a self-check-in. And this is not about like, oh, how do I feel today? This is about actually stopping, pausing, coming to stillness. This is about practicing the practice of quietening the human mind so that you can hear the whispers of your soul, so that you can feel the power of your heart, so that you can retrieve the wisdom that is available to you at all times. There's actually a book called Stillness Speaks, and just that title there is so powerful, because if you are constantly going, and if this is constantly running in a forward motion, in a planning, in a doing, in a I've got to do this and then this and then this, then you're actually not creating space to hear you, to hear the truth of who you are. All you're doing is listening to the habitual programs, right? That in which has been repeated over and over again. So the ability to be still and to listen to yourself can have the most profound impacts on who you are, on how you are, on your healing, on your growth. If you haven't practiced this, it may feel a little bit uncomfortable initially, and that's okay. That's completely okay. I encourage you during today's experience to just meet yourself where you're at. Most women have been conditioned to just get on with it. Just get on with it. Don't worry about what's going on in here. Definitely don't worry about what's going on in here. Like, that's like too hard basket, right? Let's just get on with it. And so the practice of coming home to yourself, of quietening that to-do list and moving away from the escapism or the overthinking mind and into this power portal, into the wisdom of your being and the power of your heart, can sometimes feel a bit foreign, right? Until you've practiced it. And then it becomes such a powerful way for you to know yourself and for you to grow yourself. I hear really often, I don't even know what I want, or I haven't even had time to think about what I want, like, or you know, it's very surface level, like, oh, I want this or I want that, but there's no sort of depth in that want, right? Or in that desire. And that is because the function has been a very, very shallow knowing of self, right? Knowing self from the mind, not from the truth of who you are, not from that infinite possibility space, not from that innate wisdom that exists and resides within. When you pause into stillness and you enter a sacred space of holding you, you're able to listen to your body, listen to your energy, listen and feel your heart, and listen to your soul. And I want to show you today how it doesn't have to be this big, messy unraveling, that it gets to be a soft, surrendered space in which you don't have to become what you are feeling. You can simply witness. You can witness what's coming up for you with curiosity and with compassion, and allow yourself to just be, to just be. It is probably the epitome of the sacred, you know, form of self-devotion, like the most sacred form, right? Because you're pausing to check in with you. And when you pause to check in with you, it allows you to start your day connected to you. And we know that we can only connect with others as deeply as we've connected with ourselves. So you're starting your day connected to you. You're starting your day aligned, right? Because through that sacred check-in, you can notice, oh, maybe I'm feeling a bit off. Maybe I'm feeling a bit tired. So then you go, oh, okay, I might do a fire breath, right? So you're realigning your energy. You're starting your day aware. Know where you're at. Sacred self-check-ins allow you to have the full picture. So let's move away from like the dissociation and there's no time for me and the stories that's like, I'm just going to like block it out, dissociate, silence, and into the space of going, no, I would like to know where I'm at, because I am my most powerful healer and I have the capacity and the ability to meet my needs. And I choose to see. I choose to see. When you know where you're at, you get to act accordingly to meet your needs, right? And it no longer becomes a game of like, I'm ignoring how I'm feeling and then spill it out into all other areas of my life. It becomes this beautiful sacred journey of when you wake up, you're like, oh, well, I'm actually feeling a little bit sad today. You know, we've all in this human journey experienced grief. You might wake up and go, my heart's feeling really soft today. And so then you will look at your day plan and go, I'm actually choosing to, you know, walk gently for myself today. I'm choosing to nurture myself a bit more today. And I've shared this in my page several times. You know, I've had immense grief in this lifetime, and it happens. And those of you in the grief journey at the moment, you know, you might wake up after a dream. You might wake up and it's a certain day, or something reminds you of your loved one that's transitioned. And you're in that space of deep grief. Now, if you're not checking in with yourself, what can happen is that will show up as anger. It'll show up as frustration, right? Because your heart is wanting to be held. But if you are checking in with yourself, you can go, okay, well, I'm going to take a moment to actually hold my heart, to honor the sacredness of this grief, to maybe have a cry, to have a release, to move some of the energy. Curbs, yes, it is. Yes, it is. So at my retreat last year, in live time, I channeled a beautiful, beautiful saying to the women, or for the women in that retreat. And it was, Blame and shame, and you stay the same. So often what happens is we have this emotion coming up and we're like, oh, I can't feel this, or I feel bad that I feel this, or you feel shame around feeling that, whether it might be anger, which is a big shame feeling for most people if you haven't deconditioned yourself, right? So feeling the shame or the blame. And what happens is you spiral into that circle and you stay the same. But when you can allow yourself to look and witness yourself with curiosity and compassion, you can change. And that was a live channeling during the retreat, and it was so profound. And I use it all the time, and I've used it in particularly in Level Up, where the women are taught to do a lot of shadow work, and it's blame and shame, and you'll stay the same. Right? So if you have something coming up and it feels a bit uncomfortable, the go-to or the default is often shame or blame. Whose fault is this? Why is this happening? And I shouldn't be feeling like this. Versus, I'm just going to get curious. I wonder why I'm feeling like that. I wonder where that feeling has come from. What's the root cause of that? And having compassion. Well, I know that I am ultimately this beautiful being. So, I'm going to give myself that space to have this aspect of myself to be released, this aspect, right? So blame and shame, you stay the same. Having curiosity and compassion gives you permission to witness all parts of you. So when you are doing your sacred self-check-in, and if you witness something, you witness a part of you that feels uncomfortable, get curious. Get curious with that part of you. Have compassion for that part of you. Aileen, I missed fire breath yesterday, but I believe you're not supposed to do it in pregnancy, so not a mistake at all. Correct. It was very gentle. It was 30 seconds, so you could actually do this one. Aileen, it was a very short practice, but please do yesterday's exercise because it was a long relaxation breath. So we went into like a beautiful relaxation for the most of it. And then we just finished. It was probably not even 30 seconds, but we finished the call with that little quick fire breath. So please do still catch that experience from yesterday. So a lot of you have been conditioned to not check in with self because I'm scared of what I'm going to see, or there's too much in there, or I've pushed the door down. So let's shift that. Let's today begin the journey of it is safe for me to check in with me. I have the capacity to meet my needs. I no longer need to shame or blame for what I am feeling. I get to have curiosity and compassion. By checking in with yourself in this way, you are strengthening the relationship you have with yourself, and you are building and strengthening your self-awareness and your self-leadership. Okay? Really important practice. Know where you're at so you can grow where you're at. And that was something that came through for the women in the Level Up. It was know yourself and grow yourself. Like, know where you're at so you can grow. Like we can heal from absolutely anything. Let's no longer be scared or avoid what we're feeling and actually hold that sacred space, because all emotions are sacred, all of them. You no longer need to only allow the fullest expression for these love and light and lollipops emotions. Actually, those heavier ones are so sacred because they show you where your boundaries are. They show you where your needs are perhaps not being met. They show you where you require healing still. You have the ability to heal and shift anything. So during today's practice, I invite you to allow yourself to be the witness. Just witness. You are just the observer of where you're at, right? And if you can do that, you will allow yourself to come into that lens and that space of curiosity and compassion. And that's that sacred space of just meeting yourself where you are at, holding your hand, your higher self holding the hand of where you're at, and then you rise. And you rise in a very beautiful, authentic way, because you're not trying to make it be anything other than it is, right? And it being the current state, the current energy, the current feeling. Okay. So we're going to go into our practice, and we're actually going to be sort of maybe closer to 20 minutes today, which would be nice for some of you who need to leave. So we're going to start our sacred check-in by taking a nice, slow, and deep breath in. And exhale. And again, a nice, slow, deep breath in. And exhale. And gently closing your eyes if you haven't already. Focusing on your breathing. Nice, slow, deep breaths. That's right. Long, cleansing, breathing in through the nose, that life force energy. And deeply relaxing, exhale out the mouth. That's right. Just allowing any thoughts that may enter your mind to simply pass you by, like clouds in the sky. No need to attach to them at all, just allowing them to come and go as you bring your awareness back to the sound of my voice. And dropping your shoulders, relaxing your jaw, and just noticing the surface beneath you that is holding you. That's right. And allowing that beautiful wave of relaxation to flow through you now from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. That's right. Allowing yourself to arrive right here. Allowing the noise to soften, the outside world to pause as you choose to step into your sacred space. The space where your soul speaks. The space where you remember that your body is your temple. The space where you finally, fully meet you. I invite you to bring your hands to your heart space if you feel drawn, so that you can feel the rhythm, the warmth, the steady beat that has carried you through it all. That's right. Another big breath in, and as you do that, reminding yourself, I am willing to see myself. I am ready to listen. It is safe for me to feel. Just bringing your awareness now to your body, to your temple, the vessel of truth, the part of you that holds and houses the consciousness that you are. Just asking your body gently, body, how do you feel right now? Just observing, witnessing with curiosity as you scan from the crown of your head, top of your head, down through your face, neck, shoulders, and as you imagine scanning these areas, just observing how your temple is feeling through your chest, arms, noticing where there's ease and where there's tension, through your belly, your hips, noticing where there's flow and where there's resistance, allowing yourself to remain curious. And down your legs and feet, just witnessing, lovingly observing, letting the body speak. not in words, but in sensations. That's right. No need to judge, no need for any shame or blame, just simply witnessing how your body is feeling. And noticing any space that feels a little tense, any space that is calling for your love. Taking a big, deep breath into this area. Allowing your breath, your medicine, to move through that part or parts of your body. That's right. As you affirm, I honor what my body holds. I meet myself where I am with grace and compassion. Beautiful. Another big breath in and allowing this breath to infiltrate and fill your entire temple. That's right. And feeling the energy of that breath move through your temple, allowing your body to feel nourished, to feel heard, and to feel loved. That's right. And gently shifting your focus now to your emotional body. And asking with curiosity, what am I feeling right now? Beneath the surface, maybe there is joy or longing, allowing the truth to rise without judgment. Maybe there's sadness or perhaps stillness. Maybe there's restlessness or hope, love or connectedness, whatever is present. Allow, release resistance, and allow. Hold this feeling like a sacred offering without judgment and asking, what emotion have I been avoiding or bypassing lately? What needs to be felt fully to be freed? Let it rise. Let it speak. Let it move. Just by witnessing this part, this emotion, you allow yourself to let it rise, to come up and out. That's right. As we affirm, I welcome my emotions as wise messengers. I do not fear my depths. I honor the sacredness of my depths. Just giving a moment now to use your breath, your medicine, to allow any emotion that may be coming to the surface to really come to the surface. You might like to imagine that using your hands, you are pulling this up to the surface and allowing it to rise, to be released with the breath. Knowing it is safe for you to release, it is safe for you to feel. Bringing your awareness a little bit deeper now to the whispers of your soul. Asking, what part of me has been waiting to be heard? Just breathing here for a moment. What truth Am I ready to remember today? And then, what do I need most in this season of my life? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Listen closely. Not with the mind, but with the heart. The soul doesn't speak, it speaks in subtle knowing. Whatever arises, trust it. As you affirm, I am listening. I am available to my truth. I trust what I know in my soul. Now beginning to gather all parts of you, body, emotion, soul, into a single sacred presence. That's right. And seeing that beautiful light in the middle of your chest and center of your heart, this light, the consciousness that you are, the part of you that connects all parts, the temple, the emotions. You have checked in with the truest parts of you and remembered. And as you take some nice, slow, deep breaths, silently offering gratitude. Thank you, body, for carrying me. Thank you, heart, for feeling. Thank you, soul, for guiding. And if you haven't already, placing your hands back on your heart now, as you repeat, I am whole. I am worthy. I am connected. I am walking my truth. It is safe for me to live and lead with my heart. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can begin gently wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, allowing yourself to arrive right here, returning slowly with grace. You are here. You are sovereign. You are seen. One more breath in and out. And returning back into our space. Beautiful. Just giving yourself a moment to arrive. You might like to continue placing your hands on your heart as you really soak up that deep connection with yourself. That small practice can have such a huge, huge impact on your life, on your day. softening you, allowing you to know where you're at, to feel where you're at. And something that I want to remind you all of is, how often throughout your day do you check in with how others are feeling? With your loved ones, your children, your pets, your colleagues, a friend at Woolies, a stranger. As women, we do that, don't we? How are you? Strangers. We so effortlessly and easily check in with how other people are, and it's time to start checking in with how you are first. It's time for you to create this sacred space. Please feel free to share your experience. I know that we've gone over. We may as well just say that it's a 40-minute challenge. Because it's kind of been the timeline that we've been on, maybe, but that's okay. I know some people start work at 7:30, so they've had to pop off. Please feel free to share your experience in the chat. I love to hear how that was, particularly if you haven't been, if you haven't done that before, or even if you are seasoned, how was that practice for you? Mandy is saying, wow, with a heart. Yeah. Eileen, thanks, gotta go. Have a beautiful day. Lan, gosh, it's been a heavy few days with my son, and I'm so grateful to have these guides me each day at this time in my life. Thank you. You are so welcome. Whatever we need will always come to us as we need it. I love a saying, and I'm forever a student and forever a teacher. I love learning as much as I love teaching. And there's a saying, and it says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When you are ready to expand your consciousness, when you are ready for growth, and when you are in a space of sometimes needing it, the right space will appear. The right person, the right offering. And I'm a firm believer in that. And every single person inside this challenge was called in for a reason. Right? This is to support you in coming back home to you, to support you in experiencing how easy it gets to be to show up for you. Nick, I loved that, with lots of O's on Nick. Need to go, see you tomorrow. Curbs. I was shown to go to a gorge here and lay on the ground with a fire in the fresh air where I can hear the water, all four elements. Oh, beautiful. So if you've been doing sacred check-ins, then you would have, like Kirby, perhaps had some really clear, vivid direction in what your soul needs. So insight, wisdoms on what you can do to support yourself, or what your soul needs physically, emotionally. And for some of you, it would have been a deep presence, an awareness, a new level of like, whoa. But if you did receive a message, insight, wisdom, I share it with the group. Lydia, you don't realize how much you hold on to until you check in. Yeah. And let me tell you, people think that they're avoiding what they're feeling by self-medicating or distraction. Distraction's a big one. Or by doing. You're not avoiding it. It's still there. The body keeps score. That's why you're in pain. That's why you have a lack of ease in your body, or disease in your body. That's why, little things have you flying off the handle, right? So you think you're actually avoiding or not feeling or blocking it out, but it's all there. The body knows, right? Energy doesn't lie. And if you're walking around contracted, that's often because you haven't held yourself in sacred space. Because when you do, when you hold yourself in sacred space, that contraction, that there's no time for me, and I'm rushed, and this is so intense, and I'm in the fucking trenches, and life's hard, that goes, right? And you're able to start witnessing and letting go and releasing. And it doesn't have to be this hard, painful experience. It gets to be simply just a letting go. And when you let go, whew, it starts coming out, right? Lisa, feeling so anchored this week. Thank you. I'm so glad, Lisa. Lydia pulled this card before the session today. I can't see that. I'll see if I can click on that. Mandy, yes, I truly believe this. Lana, 100%, yes, love that. Not the reason I thought I jumped into this, but aligned at the right time? Did I need extra support? Yeah. And that's often the case with any offering. I'll often have people jumping into an offering going, I don't even know what it is, but I just know I have to be in it. Or they'll go, I got in it, I jumped in for this reason. But then when they're in, it's completely, profoundly different experience for them, right? This is the trust of the soul in where you're being pulled. Ellen, the sun, and well done, Ellen, kudos to you because you came in halfway through that practice. So you take my hat off to you for surrendering so deeply halfway into the practice. The sun came up over the horizon and I was soaking it into my sore muscles from exercise yesterday. And as you said, let the light into your temple. I had the sun hitting right on my temple. Lovely. Thanks. That's beautiful, Ellen. Thank you for sharing. Ellen, I was running my hands over my body the whole time. Needed to move. Beautiful. And that's that trust, isn't it? It's allowing yourself to move. Ash, good morning, Ash. Forgot to set an alarm and was thankful to awaken at 6:48. That was very potent for me. I saw a rapid download, like a slideshow of me. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps before I even read this, Ash. Me as a cultural weaver of baskets. Please accept my apologies. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Baskets and Chilkat robes, my Indigenous art, handing my sacred creations to honoured receivers, very special for me, and a shout of where my energy needs to go. I saw me saying, I don't know how, and yet I have a deep knowing that I can. Ash, I have got full body goosebumps reading that. And that is so beautiful. I remember one of our first deep connections in a one-on-one session. You are here to do your ancestors' work. I seen you as this beautiful sacred weaver of art, this really pouring your soul into your creations and sharing your gifts. And I'm so pleased to see that you've received that download now. That's beautiful. Mandy, I wasn't on yesterday, but I did take the time for me and just did breathing, and my husband asked if I did my me time. Those around you will be the first to notice a shift in you this week. So I often say the first beneficiary of you showing up for you is you, right? Is you. And then the byproduct of you showing up for you is your children, your husband, your pets, your colleagues, your clients. Everybody around you will begin to notice a shift in your energy. I remember Megan shared, I think on the first or the second day, her 14-year-old son, she had shown up for herself in the morning. He would have been asleep. But then he woke up and was wildly different to what he historically has been every day, right? And so it was this beautiful proof for her of, wow, I've shown up for myself and it's had an immediate impact on the home, on my son, who had woken up and had, a beautiful positive energy because she was in that. She was vibrating at such a frequency that it changed the frequency in the home. Patricia, wow, I'm finally learning to devote and check in with myself and not having any guilt attached. Yeah. Having this space is precious beyond words. Oh, Patricia, have a beautiful day. I must go and get the kids off to school. I'm starting my day feeling so much more grounded. I'm sure that you are, Patricia. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. This is the purpose here, is to guide you back to you, is to remind you that it gets to be easy, is to show you that you can, that you get to be a devoted woman, that so much of the energy that you don't like or avoid or judge throughout the day. Okay, so it might be like the shortness, the lack of energy, the feeling just under the pump. So much of that, the medicine for that is this, right? And it's, let's move into this space of it's really prevention over cure. Let's move away from like running into the ground. And then when you're at burnout, oh my God, I need a session. Oh my God, I need to do something. And into a space of like, let this just be who you are. Let this be who you are on a deep foundational level. I am someone who shows up for me. We are all having a very human experience, and it's very easy to get swept up away in this Groundhog Day feeling existence. And when you get yourself in spaces like this, it's a reminder of the sacredness of this human journey. It's a reminder that actually you get to choose how you feel. It's a reminder that it's not that life is hard on you, or that you have no choice, because that's often what the egoic mind will tell you. Too bad. It is what it is, right? You have no one else. And it's a reminder that you will always have the most powerful support, the most powerful supporter. And that is you. That is you. These spaces support you in coming back to you. So thank you. Thank you for showing up for yourselves. Thank you for allowing me to support you on this journey. It's having the same impact for me. I've had the most incredible week filled with gratitude, filled with purpose. I've channeled, I do usually channel things quite quickly. Like if I hear something, I'm like, I'm doing it, it's quick action. But even just the fact that in 2 days, a whole brand new offering has been birthed from this space, from this, because of your energy, because of our energy, because of this. And an offering that I have no doubt I'll continue to run. This space is so potent, it's so beautiful. This work that we do for ourselves and for those around us is so soul shifting. So thank you so much. I'll end our recording now. I'd love to keep chatting. I feel like I'm just down here all day. Let's just chat. We were going to do the giveaway today. I'll have to put all your names in the hat and put it on the group. Laura and Laura saying thanks, Amanda. Thank you, Laura and Laura. Have a beautiful day. Kristen, thank you. Irene, thank you. So I will get everyone's names in. So when I was doing the draw, I was like, you know what? I don't want to just go, who shared this, and enter them. It was feeling a bit icky. So everyone's just going to go in the draw, because everyone's showing up, right? Let's all just go in. So please do continue to share your experience, the shifts. So continue to inspire others. When you feel the light come on and awaken in you, share it. Share it. Share it to your group. Share it to people you see. Share it to your children. Share it in your socials, of course. Share what you're feeling. Curbs, thank you. Have a wonderful day. You too, Curbs. So I will do that, and I'll come in the group. I'll get everybody's name in the hat and draw the winner for the hour-long session. Of course, the next giveaway is the Place in Heart-Led Living, which is my beautiful program to support you in really anchoring in your heart space. That has been designed, really designed for those who have experienced profound loss, grief, heartache, or that have struggled to connect with themselves and their hearts. That's what that space is for. The Heart-Led Living space begins on the 1st of June. So I did share it to the group. You guys are welcome to jump in first, but somebody in here will receive a fully sponsored space inside that beautiful container. Have a look on my stories, because I've shared a few of the testimonials from our last round to give you an idea of what you can expect inside that space. And of course, I think I've put in there for both of the offerings, when you join inside the challenge, when you make the commitment to yourself in the challenge for your next kind of space to enter, then it's, I think I actually said 10% off for them. We'll just say that if I haven't already said it, because why not? So let me know if you would like to jump in, and know that we will draw that over the weekend. I'll come on and share the winner in our group. Have the most beautiful day. You might even like to redo that practice. I will pop the recording up as soon as it loads, so you can do that practice as much as you like, and set your intention to receive. Okay, to receive more wisdom, and to receive the guidance, and to listen. Lydia, thank you so much. Happy Thursday. Thank you. You too. Have a beautiful day, beautiful women. Mwah. I'll see you all tomorrow morning.